Hello and welcome to the 29th SEA Games here in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. We return to Wushu action from the Kuala Lumpur Convention Centre, Hall 5, in case you are thinking of coming on down to visit the various venues here in Malaysia. We're of course encouraging everybody, if they can, to make their way to the capital city to catch some of the action. There is so much going on across the next couple of weeks, all the way through until the 30th of August, which is when we will end the 29th edition of the SEA Games. This morning we saw plenty of Wushu action in the various events. We had the Changqun as well as the Daoshu and Gunshu for the men's and women's across those various events. But we continue the action here this afternoon with the women's Taijijian first, followed by the men's Nangun and the women's Nangun as well. It's been a fruitful outing so far for the Malaysians, the Singaporeans, the Indonesians and the Vietnamese. Those are the main medal winners here so far in the Wushu competition. A little bit of a recap. Singapore getting its first Wushu gold medal of the games courtesy of Zhou and Lim Siwei in the Daoshu and Gunshu category. The crowds have turned up. Wushu is gaining in popularity here in Malaysia and also across the region. We've seen quite a number of people who have joined us here as an athlete taking part in Wushu. A total of 17 events taking place in the Wushu, with 8 for the men and 9 for the women. The events we've yet to see, the Taijijian as well as the Nangun and the Changqun. That'll be happening a little later. There's just a quick reminder of the rundown of what's going to go down this afternoon. The women's optional Taijijian finals taking place first, after which we'll have the men's optional Nandao and Nangun, followed by the women's optional Nandao and Nangun as well. Malaysia so far have racked up 3 gold medals for the men's competition. They've also got 5 silvers and 1 bronze medal. They've done rather well. A great outing for them. Vietnam also getting on top of the podium. Let's take a quick look at who we can expect to see in action a little bit later. For the women's Taijijian, and obviously a couple of Singaporeans in action, Ho Lin Ying as well as Vera Tan. They will be flying the Singapore flag. At the Taolu Cup in 2016, Lin Ying had managed to get 5th place in the Taijijian, but she did exceptionally well in the 2014 World Youth Wushu Championships. She got gold in both the Taijijian and Taijijian. The 2013 World Wushu Championships, she also got gold at the women's Taijijian. officials marching out now. The Malaysian crowd will be looking out for Audrey Chan. She clinched a bronze medal at the Asian Junior Wushu Championships.
Introduction of juries and judges.
Delegasi Teknikal dan Pengerusi Jawatan Kuasa Juri Li Xiaojie, China.
Technical delegate and chairman of jury committee Li Xiaojie, China.
The introduction now of our jury, who will oversee the entire competition
Member
and
of
ensure
jury
everything is in
committee,
order.
Wen Zuohui, China.
Yong Tongfeng, Malaysia.
Yong Tongfeng, Malaysia.
Ketua Referee Liu Zhigang, China.
Chief referee Liu Zhigang, China.
Timbalan Ketua Referee Dan Qingfeng, Malaysia.
Assistant chief referee Dan Qingfeng, Malaysia.
Ketua Pengadil Chai Gang, China.
Head judge Cai Gang, China.
Pengadil nombor 1 Rin Yu Chan, Myanmar.
Judge number 1 Rin Yu Zan, Myanmar.
Pengadil nombor 2 Mark Robert Rosales, Filipina.
Judge number 2 Mark Robert Rosales, Philippines.
Pengadil nombor 3 Hu Kai, China.
Judge number 3 Hu Kai, China.
Pengadil nombor 4 Li Guanghui, Vietnam.
Judge number 4 Li Kuang-hui, Vietnam.
Pengadil nombor 5 Iwan, Indonesia.
Judge number 5 Iwan, Indonesia.
Pengadil nombor 6 Fu Yang Rong Ravin, Thailand.
Judge number 6 Fu Yang Rong Rawin, Thailand.
Pengadil nombor 7 Li Qin Chi, Malaysia.
Judge number 7 Li Qin Chi, Malaysia.
Pengadil nombor 8 Ang Lu Guan, Brunei.
Judge number 8 Ang Lu Guan, Brunei.
Pengadil nombor 9 Tan Jun Beng, Singapura.
Judge number 9 Tan Jun Beng, Singapore.
Atlet sila berarak masuk ke langkah.
A lot of officials to be introduced because they will be keeping a hawk eye on every single movement that these ladies produce. This is the women's optional Taijijian final. A lot of athletes to get through in this round, 11 in total. From the Philippines, Singapore, Indonesia, Myanmar, Vietnam, Malaysia, Brunei, and Laos. The full list of athletes being presented. The respect shown is truly beautiful and to be marvelled. There we go. A quick look at the start list there. We've got our Singaporeans, Ho Lin Ying, as well as Vera Tan.
Kindly be seated.
And the second page there, Linswell Kwok from Indonesia, the gold medalist at the 2015 SEA Games. She will definitely be one to look out for. The other ladies who'd won in the Taijijian competition. It was a silver medal for Singapore by Valerie Wee and Ng Shin Yi of Malaysia picking up the bronze. But neither of those two have returned this year, paving the way for other athletes. So Linswell Kwok of Indonesia will be the one to beat.
女子太极拳1号上场，2号准备。
Agatha Christensen, first up. wearing the traditional costume for Taijijian. Judges will be looking for good flow and plenty of control, especially in all of the single leg stances and balances. This is very different to the fast-paced action that we've been observing over the past day and a half and the rest of the events. Lovely elbow strike. Impressive. Judges will be watching for flow. And precise strikes, especially those elbow strikes, which she's delivering with a fair amount of strength, almost in contrast to the classical version of Heal the World that she's doing her movements to. Nicely timed. A beautiful track and a beautiful piece of choreography. You can see the balance that she has there and the transference of weight as she goes down into that single leg balance.
Atlet Agatha Christensen Fernandez Wong, Filipino, makan terakhir 9.65.
Atlet Agatha Christensen Fernandez Wong, Philippines. Final score
9.65. A good start for the women. Can you hear the Singapore fans there? Supporting Ho Lin Ying. lovely extension of that right leg. Great balance on the left. She spins. Deep lunge. Lovely combo of kicks to get her nice and elevated into that half split. Almost a total 360 there. Focus and concentration as she holds her leg. Lovely strike there, completing at the end. And her final return to complete her routine. Ho Lin Ying. Remember, she's the gold medalist from 2014's World Youth Wushu Championships, and you can see why. The precision that she has every time she leaps into the air, although a slight stumble there.
Athlete Lin Ying Ho, Singapore. Final score 9.26.
Those stumbles have cost her dearly. Indonesia now. Cindy Martono, bronze medalist at the 2016 World Wushu Championships. In a lovely pink costume. Control. Softly landing. A lot of her routine done in quite a low stance. That shows just how much strength she must have in those thighs. Such control of her sword. Perfect landing there. And the extension of the foot. Aggressive strikes here with strong endings to finish, which the judges will applaud. Each strike must end. The concentration of energy. Elbow strike. Each of these routines lasting between 3 and 4 minutes. And you almost don't want this one to end. So graceful that Cindy is. But end it must. Those were a couple of the explosive moments from Cindy's routine as you watched her land with such grace and calm.
Atlet Cindy Martono, Indonesia. Maka terakhir 9,39.
The height that she was able to get.
Indonesia. Final score 9.39.
9.39.
我画准备。
Singapore once again stepping onto the field of play. This time, Veritan Yangning. In the Taijijian, she'd won gold at the last edition of the Games in Singapore. We'll see how she fares now. With the sword as an extension of her body. Bit of a wobble there. Nice 270 twist. Good landing. into that half split. Some lovely choreography there. Not as much in the way of heavy strikes, but lots of grace and elegance as we see her take her 2 steps up into the air and then back down for that half split. The steadiness she displayed and her single leg balances.
Singapore. Final score 8.91.
8.91. A result of a couple of wobbles. As we welcome Nhiet No Ian. Yet to get a gold medal in the Wushu at this edition of the Games. They do have, however, 1 silver, 1 bronze. Wobbly there. extension of that right leg. And she goes down into that single leg balance. Just coming down and touching the floor as she returned. End of her routine then. Great split down as she landed into that half split. That was the wobble that will cost her. She managed to keep the left foot off the ground, but she will be penalised for that.
Atlet Myanmar, langkah terakhir 8.09.
Atlet Myanmar, final score 8.09.
And it has
7号整位
8.09. Vietnam's Tran Thi Can Lai. Good landing there, appreciated by the audience. Lovely hold. She almost looks as if she's painting with her sword. Nice 360, straight up, down into the half split as she recovers. Great transference from right to left hand with that sword. steps before they attempt one of those jumps. Which, when you think about it, isn't a lot of momentum when you're required to throw yourself up in the air. The choreography and the music working so well together here. The music is an integral part of this performance. As it ends there for Tran Lai. That first jump ending so well as she steadied herself. Down into those half splits.
Vietnam. Final score 9.56.
A great start for Vietnam then. Tran Thi going just behind the Philippines. But it's Audrey Chan that takes the stage now. Audrey is one of 4 Sarawakians that was selected to represent Malaysia in the Wushu. Great height on that jump. Very smooth weight transference in each of her stances. From back to front leg and vice versa. Quite staying flat in that front split. Split in midair. The single leg work very integral to the Taijijian movements. Lovely routine there by Audrey Chan. Bronze medalist from the Asian Junior Wushu Championship. She also got gold in the 2016 World Taijijian Championships as well. And you can see why. 1, 2, 3. A cheeky little smile there.
Atlet Yizhou Chan, Malaysia, mengangkat tampil 96
Athlete Yizhou Audrey Chan, Malaysia. Final score 9.64.
9.64
8号上场，9号
puts her ahead of Changqun, but still just behind Agatha Christensen Fernandez Wong of the Philippines. As we welcome the first of Brunei's female exponents, Basma Lashkar. Executed a split from Basma. Turn up in the air. Straight on that back leg. Off balance on that landing. The leg just coming out to the side, but lovely weight transference to that back leg. A lovely way to end what was a lovely routine from Basma Lachka.
Atlet Basma Lachka Brunei, maka terakhir 9.23.
Atlet Basma Lachka, Brunei. Final score 9.23.
Big smiles then. A good showing from Brunei with 9.23. Linswell Kwok now, the gold medalist from 2015, 2013, 2011. The gold medalist from the 2015 World Wushu Championships and the 2013 edition as well. Indonesia's colours of red and white. Lovely. Outfit there with the overcoat. Very impactful strikes there with the sword. Effortlessly landing in from those leaps. Displaying lots of strength in those hip flexors to be able to hold her legs up and out. Crowd showing their appreciation for what was some gorgeous choreography. transfer of weight and flow.
Indonesia, maka terakhir 90.68.
Just how steady she looked on her feet.
Final score 9.68.
9.68, there you have it. Unseating Agatha Christensen from the top. Brunei's next athlete, Ang Huat Lien. There in that extension. Deep horse riding stance to end off her routine. Brunei's Ang Huat Lien. Brunei traditionally very strong in the Tui Lien, but that's been excluded at these games.
Athlete Guat Lien Ang, Brunei. Final score 9.02. 11号上场。
Pokey from Laos. first step. Sinking low into that horse riding stance. Wobbly on the balance there. Strong strikes with the sword. Strikes, transferring all the energy to that final point. And finishing that routine for Laos. That was our final competitor in action with the beautiful front splits there. Largely quite steady, especially on those single leg balances. It's just skimming the floor there. Ideally need a little more lift in that back foot. The knee caving in slightly. Lower down.
Atlet Pauki, Laos, maka terakhir 7.89.
Atlet Pauki, Laos, final score 7.89.
7.89 as we round out the women's competition for the Taijijian, which means that it's going to be Indonesia's Linswell Kwok who walks away with the gold medal with 9.68. Agatha Christensen, Fernandez Wong of the Philippines with 9.65 for the silver, and for the bronze, Malaysia's Audrey Chan Yi-jo with 9.64. It's the men's turn to march on out now. This for the men's competition in the Nangun. Presenting the final sheet. Again, a large field. You'll see the two Bruneian brothers there, Muhammad Adi Sahilin and Muhammad Sufi Sharian. Of course, Singapore's Tan Siang Tien in action. But first up, it's our 2015 SEA Games gold medalist in the Nangun, Pham Kok Kan from Vietnam. If you've just joined us, welcome to the 29th SEA Games. This is the Wushu competition where we just begun the men's finals. For the men's Nangun. Lovely spin. Fearsome display here from the Vietnamese. Elbow strike back to finish. You can see just how menacing he looked up in the air with that 360 and that backward flip. Perfect landing.
Athlete Kwok Kan Pham, Vietnam. Final score 9.66.
Starting strong, the Vietnamese.
2号上场，3号准备。
Jeblin Bong. Another Sarawakian. Brother to Diana Bong. Lovely backflip. Diana has already won Malaysia a gold medal in the Nanjing. Oh, brilliant landing. Sticking every single Look at his outfit. Instead of the traditional dragons, you'll see the Malaysian tiger rearing its head on his back. The tiger stripes adorning his chest. And doesn't he look ferocious? With each of those strikes. A beautiful display there from Jebelin. That flip. And once again, you see him just landing straight down on his knees. No hesitation whatsoever in his execution, especially when he lands in that deep horse riding stance. 9.63. Putting him just behind the reigning gold medal champion, Wu Tiantan, Burmese athlete. An incredible amount of strength required for this event. The body required to be under tension at all times. Oh. A very appreciative crowd. Jumping back over. Those rear kicks. Almost imagine the foes that he would be fighting against, using each of these techniques. Strength and agility required to leap back over. Those back kicks we haven't seen yet from many of the other athletes. Solid landing there from Wu Tiantan.
Athlete 10-10 Wu, Myanmar, final score 9.67.
9.67 puts him ahead of the Vietnamese gold medalist, unseating him. That will be upsetting for the Vietnamese athlete. Another Vietnamese athlete stepping up now. An interesting hair color, perhaps to match his outfit. Carl Kakdat. Spinning up and around. Another beautiful black flip. It's not easy to execute these moves when you don't actually have anyone to fight against. You have to put just as much force into every single move as if somebody were there. Take another look at that 360. Spinning up in the air.
Athlete Khat Chang, Vietnam, maka terakhir 9.
720
Athlete Khat
spins.
Vietnam final score 9.00. 5号上场，6号走位。
Next into the competition arena, Malaysia's Ho Mun Hua. Lovely difference in tempo. Nice 720 spin. The amount of airtime you need to have in order to be able to spin that many times in the air. The crowd is legitimately going crazy for Ho Mun Hua at the moment. Didn't quite land that. Strong strike to finish. That is Malaysia's Ho Mun Hua. That balance as he landed. And that 720 spin.
Athlete Man Hua Ho, Malaysia, final score 9.65.
9.65 puts him in bronze medal contention at the moment. The first of the Roslan brothers, Muhammad Adi Salihin bin Roslan. There are 3 of them in total, all of them competing at this SEA Games. Salihin is the youngest of the lot, less experienced at an international level, but he does have the guidance of his elder brothers to see him through. Lovely landing. Lovely extension of his body in that full plane. Muscular definition on the arms of these males. Pretty impressive. Where you can see the strength required to elevate themselves and throw and hurdle themselves through the air.
Athlete Muhammad Adi Salihin bin Roslan, Brunei. Final score 9.61.
9.61. He won't get a medal, but he's walking away with a lot of fans. Tan Changqun from Singapore. He was the World Wushu champion in 2015, overcoming serious knee injuries to claim the title of world champion. Back with a vengeance here. He's no stranger to success, especially not with moves like that. Oh, not quite landing that backflip. The transference of weight just a little too far forward. Another strong strike. As he closes out his routine. But that mistake will have cost him.
Atlet Changqun dan Singapura, maka terakhir 9.35.
Athlete Changqun Dan, Singapore. Final score 9.35. 8号上场，9号准备。
Definitely looking a little disappointed. The Singapore fans were hoping for a little more. As we see the next of the Roslan brothers, Muhammad Sufi Sharian bin Roslan. Wide legs for that back somersault. Several explosive movements, one after the other. Some lovely moments of air in his routine.
Sufi Sayuran bin Rosa, Brunei, maka terakhir 9,52.
Athlete Muhammad Sufi Shairan bin Roslan, Brunei. Final score 9.52. 9号上场，10号准备。
9.52 means that his brother Salihin with a slightly better showing, as it's Myanmar's Ang Pie Son. Who looks like he means business. Didn't quite stick that landing. Or that one. But he'll get that. Slowly building up his confidence in this routine. Not quite the landing he was hoping for there. Both hands on the overgrip. To close out his routine. Up in the air, some beautiful moments, but just on the ground, not so.
Maka terakhir 8,18.
Athlete PSO on Myanmar. Final score 8.18.
8.18, our lowest in this batch.
10号上场，11号准备。
Thailand. Pitaya Nangun rowing. Strong start for the Thai athlete. Strong landing, very steady and stable. All the way through. And the backflip. Landing low on the knees. A lot of mobility required. Straight down with that top leg in extension. Both hands in the overgrip now. That flip, really quite beautiful. Very steady landings throughout his entire piece. Hidayah will be happy with his performance.
Atlet Pitaya yang Robin Thailand, maka terakhir 9,34.
Athlete Pitaya Yang Long Rawi, Thailand. Final score 9.34. 11号上场。
Thornton Queenie Lo Cheyenne from the Philippines, our final competitor in the men's Nangun. Lovely landing, back on his knees. A little bit wobbly with some transference back and forth in that horse riding stance. Thornton with some lovely turns, not the steadiest, but he certainly had some moments of beauty like this.
Filipina, mata terakhir 90.35.
Athlete Thornton Queenie Lo Cheyenne, Philippines. Final score 9.35.
And with that, we now have our top ranked contenders.
Nangun berhubungan kini bermula.
The upcoming event is women's.
There you go. Coming in first place there, 9.67 is Myanmar's U Thien Tan, followed by Vietnam's Pham Quoc Can and Malaysia's Ho Mun Hua. And that sees out the men's competition, as we now wait the women's as they march out. 7 competitors in this field. Earlier on we saw Jeblahan Bong. Now we see his sister Diana Bong from Malaysia. But she's not the only Malaysian. Taijijian also taking part, and Emily Sin Min Lee from Singapore.
Nangun 1号上场，2号正会。
Indonesia's Juwita Nizawazni. Oh, lovely back flip there. Not quite getting straight leg extension on that move. Indonesian support. Loud and strong for Juwita. Good showing there for the Indonesian athlete as we await her results. Looking a little bit nervous. Intense.
Atlet Juwita Niza Wasni, Indonesia, maka terakhir 9,63.
Athlete Juwita Niza Wasni, Indonesia. Final score 9.63.
A great way to start then for the women's competition. The strong result of 9.63. Vietnam's Nguyen Tuc An. Nice spin, sticking the landing. Oh, look at that. Executed with precision. Great balance. Precise, strong strikes there from the Vietnamese. We see once again just how good she was landing deep and strong. And look at that balance. Landing back on that single foot.
Atlet Tuc An Nguyen, Vietnam, maka terakhir 9,1.
Seated landing for that.
Athlete Tuc An Nguyen, Vietnam. Final
Dropping
score
right down.
9.16.
But it's a score of 9.16. Singapore's Emily Sin Min Lee up next. Nice young lady, having won gold at the 2016 Asian Wushu Championships in the Tui Lien. She got 6th for Nangun. Nice spin there. I wonder how she doesn't get dizzy. A combination of Emily and Zoe had won silver in the weapons event in the 2015 SEA Games. Lovely wide leg extension there. Some lovely airtime, and that balance just landing a little unsteady.
Athlete Minli Emily Singh, Singapore. Final score 8.37. 4号上场，5号准备。
8.37 for Emily. Not quite the result she was hoping for there. But it will have to make do. Vietnam's Nguyen Thế Linh. Great changes in tempo there. Strong strike to finish there for Thế Linh. Could see her aerial work really very pleasing to watch, just how she's able to get so high. Not just her top leg, but also her lower leg.
Athlete Thuy Dinh Nguyen, Vietnam. Final score
9.62. She is so happy with that result because it means at the moment she's in perfect place for a silver medal. Malaysia's Taijijian. First of our two Malaysian athletes. The connection she has with her weapon. Just that final strike and straight down into that horse riding stance. Like a tiger on the prowl. She knows what she wants. And she's displaying some fine form here in the Nangun competition. Strong, a very strong display there from the Malaysian. Zhou Xuan with some solid landings there. Look at her go.
Athlete Changqun, Malaysia. Final score 9.59.
At present,
6号上场，7号准备。
She stands to walk away with a bronze medal. But 2 more athletes can change that. The first one being Untitled from Myanmar. Slight loss of balance there as she stepped out of it, but made up for it with that beautiful spin. These women look feisty and ferocious in the Nangun. But that is the aim of the game, to ward off your opponent. Not just with your weapon, but also with your demeanor, your expression. Take another look. And that strong start, a little bit wobbly as she lost her balance there. Brilliant spin and down to the ground.
Athlete Taijijian, Myanmar. Final score 8.83. 7号上场。
The final exponent for the women's competition. And also wrapping us up for today, Diana Bong. She and her brother have both been training since they were young, hailing from Sarawak. Diana had won the bronze medal in this event in the 2013 edition of the Games. And also in the 2011 Games, her compatriot Taijijian had won the gold medal that year, which is why she'll be a little disappointed with her showing this time round. Because at best, it's going to be a bronze. Some nifty spins as she gets there and lands straight down. Both she and her brother very fierce with their expressions. Look at the way she lands. No hesitation whatsoever, especially on that one. Impeccable balance.
Athlete Changqun Diana Bong, Malaysia. Final score 9.56.
9.56.
Acara sesi keempat
which means that Taijijian
Fourth session
will
has come
keep
to the end.
hold of her bronze medal.
para juri dan
Diana just missing out.
Juries and judges, please rise.
It'll be Indonesia grabbing the gold medal again with 9.63. Jurito was the 2013 SEA Games gold medalist, and she wins yet another here in Malaysia. Vietnam with second position with 9.62, and on 9.59, Malaysia's Taijijian,
Juries and
which
judges,
marks the end of competition. There we go, wrapping up day 2 here at the Southeast Asian Games in Kuala Lumpur. We've come to the end of the Wushu competition for today, but the victory ceremony will start in a short while. It's slated to begin at 6 p.m. We will let you know if it comes a little bit earlier, but do stick around with us here on Toggle. We've got plenty more action to come from the SEA Games. The competitions are still going through into the night. Don't forget, swimming will be taking place a little bit later this evening as well. Exciting times ahead as Team Singapore takes to the water.
Honestly, did you guys enjoy yourselves?
Did we enjoy ourselves? Yes, we certainly did. Watching the Taijijian and the Nangun competition here at the Kuala Lumpur Convention Centre, Hall 5. Like I said, we're concluding play for today, but the victory ceremony to come a little bit later on. And don't forget, there's also plenty of action coming on day 3 of competition. Tomorrow, starting at 9 a.m, we'll have the optional Nanchen for the men, plus the women's optional Nandao and Nangun, and the men's compulsory third Taijijian. At 3 p.m, there will be more action from the women in the compulsory third Taijijian, as well as the men's optional Changqun and the women's optional Changqun as well. We'll have all the medal ceremonies as well from 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock. So the schedule will remain much like today's. We'd like to invite you to join us then. If you can't stick around for the victory ceremony now, we'll see you back again tomorrow, 9 a.m, right here on Toggle.
For every single athlete! Good job, guys. Wonderful job. And also for keeping your phone on silent and basically no flash photography. Cheers on that. So, coming right up, we're gonna wait for a moment as the judges tabulate their final scores. Sit back, guys. Enjoy the play. Thank you.
Since 1952, FPT has been in the forefront of sports in ASEAN, promoting the betterment of our community through sports. That is why, for the last 30 years, FPT has been a dedicated partner to the SEA Games movement. FPT, creating excellence in sports.
Ada di antara kita berada di puncak. Ada yang masih berusaha. Ada juga yang baru bermula. Semuanya dengan pelbagai impian yang luar biasa. Mereka lah pencetus inspirasi kami untuk terus menerap segala usaha agar
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand by as the victory ceremony will commence in 15 minutes. So stay tuned. The victory ceremony will be commenced in 15 minutes. Stay tuned, guys. Thank you.
Selamat datang ke upacara penyampaian pinggan untuk acara Wushu Optional Taijijian. Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the Wushu Women's Optional Taijijian. Please welcome to the podium the medalist. The medals will be presented by Madam Puan Maharani, Coordinating Ministry on Human Development and Culture, Indonesia. Will be presented by Mr. Imam Nahrawi, Minister of Sports, Indonesia. Ladies and gentlemen, bronze medalist, Malaysia. Represented by Audrey Chan Yiju. Ladies and gentlemen, silver medalist, the Philippines. Represented by Wong Agatha Christensen Fernandez. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise! Gold medalist and SEA Games champion for Wushu Women's Optional Taijijian, Indonesia! Represented by Lingswell. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Indonesia. Hadirin sekalian, mohon berdiri bagi memberi penghormatan kepada nyanyian lagu kebangsaan Indonesia. gentlemen, presenting the 29 SEA Games medalists for Wushu Women's Optional Taijijian. Syabas dan tahniah diucapkan kepada kesemua pemenang. Selamat datang ke upacara penyampaian pingat untuk acara Wushu lelaki optional Nandao Nangun. Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the Wushu men's optional Nandao Nangun. Please welcome to the podium the medalist. The medals will be presented by Mr. Myo Yang, Secretary General Myanmar Olympic Committee. the mascot and seedling will be presented by Mr. Teet Sar, President of Myanmar Wushu Federation. Ladies and gentlemen, bronze medalist, Malaysia. Represented by Ho Mun Hua. Silver medalist, Vietnam. Represented by Con Pho Han. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise! Gold medalist and SEA Games champion for Wushu men's optional Nandao Nangun, Myanmar. Represented by U Tien Tan. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Myanmar. Hadirin sekalian, mohon berdiri bagi memberi penghormatan kepada nyanyian lagu kebangsaan Myanmar. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the 29 SEA Games medalists for Wushu men's optional Nandao Nangun. Syabas dan tahniah diucapkan kepada kesemua pemenang.
the women's optional Nandao final, and last but not least, the men's
kemenangan hanya dibatasi imajinasi. Arena bergema, semangat dibakar, mahkota diburu, sejarah dilakar. Harapan disandar, mananya digandar, seteru dihantar, hidapannya terlantar. Senjatanya dah digilapkan, tak punya ruang untuk kesilapan. Demi seinci biarkan diri bermandi darah, demi sedetik jangan